Alright, here's some Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019 gameplay in the PS4. I'm playing 10v10 deathmatch on Arklov Peak. I take out that counter UAV. And I think that kill streak reward is in Modern Warfare 2, if memory serves me correctly. So the campaign has been available for players who pre-ordered one of the digital editions of the game, but I pre-ordered a physical edition, so I don't get to play the campaign until next week. That's okay, because that gives me a little bit more time to max out the battle pass for the current season of Modern Warfare. So we're up 6. I'm using an SKS. It's one of the post-launch guns. And I wonder if it will be available in Modern Warfare 2 at some point. And there's a long shot mounted kill. And then a long shot mounted death for me. And so mounting returns in Modern Warfare 2. There's also like I don't know how to describe it. It's like one-handed mantling, and you shoot over the top of a ledge. It sounds good in theory, but in the game it kind of looks silly. Like, how could you maintain that kind of grip? Oh well, whatever.
Ah, bruh.
So I correctly anticipated a mine being at the edge of this room, but I kind of overlooked the possibility of a player waiting there. And of course I'd die as a result. So the Modern Warfare 2 beta, I played both weekends. And I maxed out my XP level. And I got to play with, I think, most of the guns that were available. And I got to play around with the perk classes and the weapon loadouts. So Modern Warfare 2, here's a nice C4 kill. And I remember when this game launched, the C4 tossing range was pretty far. There's a nice kill. Of course, UAVs are in Modern Warfare 2. Oh, yes.
Yeah, bitch.
That's another C4 kill. You can't have a Modern Warfare game and not have C4 as a lethal piece of equipment.
Ah!
And you hear me expressing my frustration at getting killed at the precision airstrike. Frustration because I think I was on a kill streak, and I really should have paid more attention to the announcer call out. But going back to Modern Warfare 2, Gunsmith returns. How could it not? I think that's one of the most notable innovations of this game. There's some improvements in the sense that, like, there's a lot more attachments, and you don't have to, like, re-earn attachments for different guns. Like, once you earn a hybrid optic, for example, you can use it with every gun in your arsenal that's compatible with that optic. I have to say that the UI, the interface, is not the most streamlined.
God dang it.
That's a fair assessment. There's some visual glitches as well that I've noticed. Like, it's hard to read the description of some attachments just because of the the visual design of the background, but that's something that can be fixed
Woo.
with a simple patch. And there's a nice reaction kill. That player had not been expecting me. That player had. And I get domed. But going back to perks and customized guns, so you can save perk packages and you can save gun loadouts, but they're saved separately in Modern Warfare 2. So for example, you could have like a specific loadout for an M4 and you could
Oh my
select
gosh.
it and select it independently from like your specific class or perk classes. And of course, maybe you might have heard that perks are set up differently in Modern Warfare 2. So you pick 4 for each class or whatever they're called. And you start off with 2 at the beginning of the match, and then halfway through you get access to your 3rd perk, and then toward the end of the match you get access to your 4th perk, your ultimate perk it's called. And of course you can access your 3rd and 4th perks a little bit more quickly earlier in the match if you do well, do better. And the other team's got an IAV. And I don't recall seeing it in the Modern Warfare 2 beta, so I don't think it's in the game. And there I stand up challenging that sniper, not being intimidated by their scope glint. And scope glints return in Modern Warfare 2, and if I recall correctly, just kind of looking at the attachment descriptions, there's like different levels of scope glint depending on the magnification level. And there's a nice kill. My teammate and that opponent drop at the same time. Running low on ammo for my first primary weapon. And I get knifed.
Ah!
By Charlie, who's I would say a fairly popular operator in this game. A lot of popular female operators.
We could pull this off.
But she's not going to be in the game at launch. You can hear me kind of noticing, not quite giving up on this match, even with 90 seconds left. We're down by 10.
Ah!
And getting shot at, not really reacting quickly, doesn't help. And we are down by 7 with just over 1 minute left. You can hear me chanting to myself with some positive self-talk. Just my little mantra. Again, I toss a C4, anticipating a claymore there correctly based on that XP.
Oh my gosh.
This time I challenged the player who's posted up here, but accidentally switched optic levels, and that kind of throws off my aim. We're down by 4.
Are catching up. Ooh.
Just over 30 seconds left. You could hear me noticing the score. So I'm rushing. The other team is not venturing far from their spawn. There's a kill with my secondary optic setting. There's a C4 kill. I'm correctly assuming that a player had been up there. I haven't switched back to my primary optic setting.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
I get an assist with my teammate. Who ties the match. And it ends in a draw. You can hear that player on their team expressing their satisfaction with this experience overall, even though his team almost blew their lead.
Oh, I was top player too. Damn.
Yes, and I probably spent too much time watching that final kill cam. I might not have been able to make it to the other team's side of the map to make a difference, but probably should have got back into the fight quicker. But yeah, good match. Thanks for watching.